Hello everyone. Today we will discuss about the different types of inheritance. In last session we see what is inheritance and how the derived class inherit the base class. Inheritance is the mechanism by which the derived class can inherit the properties of the base class. These are the types of inheritance. First, single inheritance, then multiple inheritance, third is the multi-level inheritance, fourth is the hierarchical inheritance, and next is hybrid inheritance. These are the types of inheritance. First we see what is a single inheritance. In a single inheritance, a class is allowed to inherit from only one class, that is one subclass is inherited by only one base class. There is one base class as shown in the figure, one base class, and this derived class is inherit the base class A. Now the syntax for writing the derived class in a single inheritance is keyword class, then subclass name, colon, access mode, base class and body of the subclass. Now access mode may be anyone, private, public, protected. Here I show you the example, or we can say the program of single inheritance. How the single inheritance implemented. A simple program for the single inheritance in which we are using the base class, the class name as a base, in which we have only one member function, that is a display, which display I am in a base class. Next is a derived class. We are using the another class which name is derived, which is derived from the base class publicly. It inherit the base class publicly. So class derived, public, base. In this derived class again we have only one public member function, that is a show, which display the message I am in a derived class. Now in the main function we are creating the object of derived class, and through this object we access the member function of the base class as well as the derived class. Object dot show which access the member function of the derived class, whereas object dot display, with the help of derived object we can access the function of the base class. Now in this case the derived class inherit the base class publicly. So this public member function of the base class become the public member function of the derived class. So we can directly access this function through the object of the derived class. Hence the output of this program is, it shows object dot show. So it displays the message I am in a derived class, whereas object dot display the message I am in a base class. In this way you can implement the different program for the single inheritance. Now next is multiple inheritance. What is a multiple inheritance? The word itself says that multiple means multiple base class and only one derived class. In a single inheritance there is only one base class and there is only one derived class, but in case of multiple inheritance you have a multiple base classes whereas one derived class. That means derived class is inherit the multiple base classes. Multiple inheritance is a feature of C++ where a class can inherit from more than one base classes, that is one subclass is inherit from more than one base classes as shown in the figure. Here class A is a derived class which inherit from the two base classes, that is the class B as well as the class C. Now how to write the syntax of the derived class in case of multiple inheritance? This is the syntax for writing the derived class. With the help of keyword class, the subclass name, colon, access mode, base class 1, then access mode, base class 2, comma, till you want to inherit the number of base classes. Now access mode base class 1, that means in which mode you want to inherit the base class 1. Access mode base class 2, in which mode you want to inherit the base class 2. It is not necessary that is the access mode for both the base classes are same. You can inherit the base class 1 in a private mode, you can inherit the base class 2 in a public mode, or vice versa. In any way you can inherit the base class as per your need. Here the number of base classes will be separated by a comma. Now you see, when we are using the single inheritance, we have a class, class name, colon, access mode and base class. Now we, in the multiple inheritance, we have a multiple base classes. So here we separate this class name with the help of comma. Multiple inheritance allows us to combine the feature of several existing classes as a starting point for the defining new classes. That means in the multiple inheritance you can combine the feature of multiple classes into a one derived class. Here I am showing you one example how the multiple inheritance is written. A derived class with multiple inheritance is declared as, in the last example, class C and class B both are the base classes, whereas class A is a derived class which is written in this way. Class C is a base class which is defined in a normal way. Class B is also a base class which is defined like a simple class. Now the class A, this is derived from two base classes, that is a B and C. So how to write the syntax? Class A colon public B comma public C. Here this is a program for multiple inheritance. I show you a simple program how to write a program for the multiple inheritance. In this program we have a two base class, class base 1, class base 2. In these both classes, base class 1, it contains a simple public member function display which says that I am in a first base class, whereas class base 2, that is the second base class, again in the second base class I have only one public member function which says that I am in a second base class. Now this is our derived class, class derived. We give the name for this derived class as a derived class which is derived publicly from the base 1 and public from the base 2. That means base 1 and base 2 is inherited publicly by the class derived. In the derived class it has its own member function, that is a display 2, which says that this is a derived class. Now in the main, inside the main we are creating the object of derived class only, not the object of base class 1 or base class 2. We are just simply creating the object of derived class, and through this object we access all the function of base class 1, base class 2 and derived class. That is a object dot display which access the function of base class 1, object dot display 1 which access the function of base class 2, whereas object dot display 2 which access the function of the derived class. And here the output of this program is, when you access this function through the derived class object, it will executed the different function of the base classes as well as the derived class and give the output. I am in a first base class, that is a display function, then I am in a second base class, that is the display 1 is executed, and then this is a derived class. In this way you can write the different program for the multiple inheritance. Now next is multi-level inheritance. Multi-level inheritance, in this type of inheritance, derived class is created from the another derived class. In this figure I have shown you the example of multi-level inheritance. In the multi-level inheritance, class C is a base class. Now the class B is a derived class of class C, right? Whereas class A is derived of a class B. That means the class A derived from the another derived class, that is a class B. So class B, it acts as an intermediary class between the class C, that is a base class, and between the class A which is derived from class B. So indirectly class A can access all the properties of class C via the class B. As we say in above figure, class C serve as a base class for the derived class B, which in turn serve as a base class for class A. Class B is known as intermediate base class since it provides links for the inheritance C and A. A derived class with multi-level inheritance is declared as shown in the figure. Class C is our base class which we declared as a normal class. Class B, that is a single inheritance. Here we write the syntax for the class B like a single inheritance which is derived from class C. Class B which derived the inherit the class C publicly. Now the class A, again it is inherit the class B publicly. So in this way you can use you can write the derived class for the multi-level inheritance. This process of inheriting the base class to the multiple level can be extended to any number of level. The derived class after inheritance would contain its own data members. This is the most important thing, that the derived class after inheritance would contain its own data member and function, as well as the member function of the intermediate base class in addition with the members from the base class via the intermediate class. That means class A has its own data members as well as a member function. It contains the data member as well as the member function of the class B, as well as this class A contains the data member of the class C via the class B. Here I show you the simple program for the multi-level inheritance. In this program we have a base class called as a vehicle. Okay, in this vehicle class we have just one member function which display this is a vehicle, whereas we have another class that is a derived class, that class four-wheeler, which derived from the vehicle base class publicly. That means it inherit the base class vehicle publicly. This four-wheeler derived class has one member function, that is which display object with four wheels are vehicles. Now we have another derived class which is derived from the class four-wheeler, which inherit this four-wheeler class publicly and which has only one member function which display car has a four wheels. Now in here we are creating the object of second derived class, that is a class car object, and through this object we can access the member function of the base class vehicle, the member function of the class four-wheeler, as well as its own member function, that is a car 1. Hence the output of this program is this is a vehicle which is display after execution of this vehicle function. Then it will display object with a four wheels are vehicles, and then car has a four wheels. Next is a hierarchical inheritance. Hierarchical inheritance, it is just exactly opposite of the multiple inheritance. In a multiple inheritance we have a multiple base classes whereas only one derived class, whereas in hierarchical inheritance we have a multiple derived classes which inherited from only one base class. In this type of inheritance, more than one subclasses is inherited from a single base class. That is, more than one derived class is created from a single base class. Here we have a two derived classes which is derived from only single base class, that is a class G, whereas here we have a four derived classes which derived from the class B, whereas class E, and indirectly all these classes has all the properties or data members of class G. Then how to write the program for the hierarchical inheritance. This is a sample program for the hierarchical inheritance in which we have only one base class, that is a class base with a one public member function as a display. Now we have a derived class 1 which inherit the base class base publicly. We have another derived class, that is a derived 2 which inherit the base class publicly. Now in this case we have a two derived class and we are creating two separate object of this two derived class, and via this object we can access the member function of the base class, that is a C1 dot display and B1 dot display, and both are displaying the same output, that is this is a vehicle. Two times our output is displayed because we are accessing the member function of the base class through the two different object. Now the next inheritance type is the hybrid inheritance. Hybrid inheritance is nothing but a mixture of all the types of inheritance which contains more than one type of inheritance, that forms the hybrid inheritance. Hybrid inheritance is implemented by combining more than one type of inheritance. For example, combining hierarchical inheritance and multiple inheritance. Now this following image shows you the combination of hierarchical inheritance as well as the multiple inheritance. If you look at here, this is the hierarchical inheritance. In this case the multiple derived class is inherit the one base class, whereas if you look at here in this case it shows the multiple inheritance. In this case the multiple base classes are inherited by the single derived class. and this is a sample program for the hybrid inheritance. Here we have a base class vehicle, which with a single public member function vehicle. We have another base class, that is a class fare, with a single member function fare. We can say this is a constructor also, because this function name is same as your class name, which display the output as a fare of vehicle. And we have a first derived class car, which is inherit the base class vehicle publicly. And this is the another derived class bus, which inherit the vehicle class as well as the fare class publicly. Now this is the example of the multiple inheritance, whereas this is the example of the single inheritance. So we are showing two types of inheritance here, multiple inheritance as well as the single inheritance. In this way we are developing the program of hybrid inheritance. Inside the main, we are creating the object of only one class, that is a object of bus. Now this object access the function of the class fare as well as the vehicle. We are not accessing object 2 dot, we are not saying here object 2 dot fare or object 2 dot vehicle, because these are the constructor function. And when we are creating the object of subclass, it invokes the constructor of the base class. When the object of the class is created, automatically the constructor function of the class is get executed. So no need to call this function with the help of object. They are automatically implemented, or we can say executed by the compiler, and hence we get the output, this is a vehicle as well as fare of a vehicle. I hope this session will be helpful for you. In the next session, we will discuss about how the constructor and destructor will be used inside the inheritance. Thank you.